Coming up on this episode of Outlook TV. Welcome back, gorgeous, with Xanax at Numbers.
The Vancouver Rogues Rugby.
RICECAKE at the Vancouver Mural Festival. And much, much more. Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Sister Fancy Pants. We'd like to thank the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam nations for the privilege to film this episode on their unceded traditional lands.
We're the show that brings you the stories that matter the most from coast to coast, and we're going to begin with a little Xanax.
That's right, a pill for your pleasure. A new show in a new venue with a new reporter. I hear he's still single. Welcome back, gorgeous. It's nice to see you in person. We're back watching live in person at Numbers, and we're here with the artists. Let's go hear what they have to say.
Being back and performing in person is amazing. It's even better that it's outside too. It keeps a little bit safer for us, but after a year and a half of not doing anything, it brings a lot of joy to be back here, so for sure. My show is called Welcome Back, Gorgeous, basically saying welcome back to us, welcome back to the audience, and bringing our community back together, which was mostly my intention for this first show. My performers right now are Berlin, Alma, and I have BB So Fresh and Cheryl Trade from all the way from Calgary. She come back home. So yeah, we have a good little lineup here, and including myself as well.
I'm excited to be here at Welcome Back, Gorgeous. I'm going to be doing something more sexier, more sultry. It's always my energy to seduce the room, so I'm going to keep it a sensual mood. So I'm going for surgery, for my bottom surgery on September 20th. I'm going to be off work for 12 weeks. So thankfully the government pays for the bottom part, but I have to cover the cost of not working, rent, bills and stuff. So I'm having a little fundraiser just to alleviate some of that cost while I'm away.
How does it feel to be performing live instead of in front of a camera?
Drag artists such as myself rely heavily on in-person events. It's a big part of my income. It's a big part of a lot of our income. So it kind of put my transition at a standstill for the last year and a half. So being back now and having the opportunity to work, make money, but all doing it at the same time, being surrounded by the community and the people that have supported me so much over the years is just an incredible feeling.
Can you tell us about your numbers?
I haven't been doing anything for about a year and a half now, so everything old is new again. I'm cooking up some comfort food, and I'm going to feed it to the children real good. I'm going to give you the hits, baby, the mixes I'm known for. That's what I'm bringing tonight. No new music, just all old favorites.
We are back performing drag live. How does it feel to be doing it in person?
I've been doing it for about 2.5 weeks now, so I've been rolling my back out every morning, taking lots of ibuprofen and rubbing heat infused lotion onto my neck and low back because I did not stay ready during the pandemic. A lot of nervous, excited energy, and I was kind of just ready to pop, so I got really tired really fast. But one great, amazing thing about all the shows I've been a part of and seeing is the crowds, the audiences. Everyone is so ready for us to be back. Everyone's ready for drag. They're being so generous with us, and just not just with their tips, but with just screaming and having a good time. And we've just definitely all missed that a lot.
Thank you for an amazing show. Remember to tip your queens. My name is T for Outlook TV.
We're going to head off to Montreal now, where Ollie is taking care of the Pride March?
Correct. Prehistoric, no cars.
Well, hello Outlook TV, it's me, Ollie, and I'm in Montreal, where I'm about to head to the Montreal Pride March. I'm meeting today with Sandra to tell us all about what the march is about. Montreal Pride, together for all, what does this mean?
I think it's that time where we realize that we only have each other, and we want to come together and remember that my fight is not bigger than someone else's. There's no such thing as levels, higher or lower level. We're all in this together, and we're all trying to pick each other up after a long year of confinement, like over a year of confinement. Each letter of the 2S LGBTQI+ has different needs. Everyone is authentic, and also I realized that there's a lot of people within different intersections. So intersectionality is taking a lot of importance, because when you see people, you don't just see one thing. And now being able to listen to each person and their very authentic needs really shows how much we can't just put everyone in under one umbrella per se, but we can truly assess the things that bring us together, that connect us, the common grounds, but addressing each need as it is. Starting the festival on a deep note really set the tone. Everyone is just wants to be valued and seen. So it was beautiful to watch that this year we really shed a lot of light on 2S, two-spirited people and their fights and their challenges, and say, hey, we have a lot in common. We're all trying to heal from the pain that we didn't cause. And honestly, like, I feel honored to carry that message with me. After a week of great shows, great conferences, the community days, now it's not just one day, every day people can come here and speak to organizations that make a difference on a yearly basis. Now Sunday is the party. After the march, and we've taken the time to reconnect and remember who we are as a community, then we party. Then we can be like, hey, we're back together. We can. It's all these conversations we'll have had throughout the week that will conclude in we're together. We are valuable, and we are strong, and we're moving ahead, and we got this.
For Outlook TV, this is Ollie in downtown Montreal.
We're going to have to take a little break now, because I need to pick up Fancy's train.
My name is Shay Dior, and I'm the mother of the House of Rice and the co-producer of RICECAKE. And you're watching Outlook TV.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
It's time for a little art and some food.
Ooh, I don't know. Is rice cake actually about rice cake, or is that just the name of the show?
What's up, Canada? Thank you for joining us live in Vancouver. Today we are here at Van Mural Fest, where RICECAKE is going to show us how to ring a post-pandemic pride in style.
Turned a parking lot, a normal old parking lot, into a lush space filled with plants, astroturf, chairs, lighting, and of course surrounded by murals. So what you can expect to feel in the patio is a really inclusive, lush, comfortable vibe, and what you can expect on stage is a really enormous diversity of performance and talent.
The marriage between Vancouver Mural Festival and RICECAKE is the doing of my party wife, Shay Dior. She's the mother of the House of Rice, and I believe that she got chatting with the folks at VMF and decided, with all the Asian hate going around, that maybe we need to turn that energy around and into something positive. So here we are a few weeks later.
Tonight for Vancouver Mural Fest, we've got just a little taste of what RICECAKE would be. Normally, it would be a big event, 500 people just dancing the night away, dancing all our sorrows and our stress away. Because of post-quarantine COVID, we're making it a little bit more of a showcase of what RICECAKE would be if you were able to come to a party. It's got a couple DJs, it's got a little drag show. Everyone's been hungry for RICECAKE, so we're just giving them a little taste tonight. We live off the energy that we get from our audience, from our crowd, from our community, and it's harder to get that online in our bedrooms, in our webcam. But now we get to see like Vancouver Mural Festival bringing in all these people for us to just like perform in front of, to entertain, and just to show off our queer Asian talent that we have in the city.
Honestly, I'm still kind of getting my footing, to be very, very transparent. I feel like it's almost like coming out again. It feels familiar on one hand, but feels uncomfortable in another. But regardless, I feel like the through line between both those phases is just excitement. Excitement. I'm stoked. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see my RICECAKE family. Yeah, no, I'm really excited to see community and bringing folks back together, all under the name of like Asian love. For the folks who cannot make it tonight, you are missing the post-pandemic debut of RICECAKE, the post-apocalyptic RICECAKE. But don't worry, tonight's show is just going to be the first of many, many more to come, and we can't wait to have everyone through our doors.
And for Outlook TV, my name is Leroy Wen.
Up next, we've got one of your stories, Fancy.
Yes, we're catching up with the electrologists of Electrolysis Cooperative and how they are helping trans folks with their transition. Touch the skin, touch all of the skin. We're here at Electrolysis Cooperative, and we're talking to them about all their services, including what they do for the trans community and those who are about to transition. Let's go find out more about.
We have different levels of skill and experience, and different pay scales or cost scales. We range from 10 years in the business to, 6 months in the business. 3 electrologists, but we're always kind of looking at new folks who are new in the business or just looking to share space.
We are approved electrolysis providers for the gender surgery program. So for those getting lower gender surgeries, we do the pre-surgical hair removal that is necessary for the surgeries at this location. We also offer our hair removal services to anyone, any member of the trans community or anyone at all for that matter, but especially within the community, we do try and prioritize those appointments, work with those clients, find sliding scale options, and convenient scheduling when possible.
So the process is we take a tiny little filament needle, the same size as the hair, and we insert that needle into the hair follicle alongside the hair. We apply an electrical current to the tip of that needle, and it cauterizes the blood supply to the hair. For our gender surgery program clients, we are primarily working on either for phalloplasty, the forearm, this is where the graft area for phalloplasty, or the thigh area. This cooperative, we use surgical microscopes to perform our treatments. So that allows us to see the skin and hair up very, very close, which ensures accuracy of the treatments, which in turn allows us to work on tattooed skin, which you cannot do with laser because laser's more of a sweeping light pulse.
Your usual electrolysis appointment, you're going to come in, you're going to sign some waivers, some consent forms, just so you kind of know what you're getting into. And then we usually do a little test spot on you. Probably the whole thing takes about 20 minutes, just so you can feel what the current feels like in your skin and where your body is sitting on the bed and stuff. Probably 90% of my clients are part of the community, whether they identify as trans or non-binary or anywhere underneath our awesome rainbow. I'm doing a lot of faces right now because I'm providing sliding scale for folks, so that makes a really big difference with accessibility for community members because electrolysis can be really expensive. When it comes to doing electrolysis on folks, light hair, dark hair, gray hair, red hair, it doesn't matter. We can treat everything. Pretty much everybody here will do electrolysis on any part of the body. There's some places that you can't do, like the inside of the nose. You can't do that. I can't fit my finger. Well, unless I can fit my fingers in your nose.
What a shocking good time. And this is Sister Fancy Pants for Outlook TV.
We're going to head out to Edmonton now for a chicken of a story. Proud Chickens for Pride. They're fundraising, those chickens.
Today we're going to speak with Matt from Edmonton, Alberta about Northern Chicken to find out all they're doing to support their local LGBTQ+ community.
So we wanted to open a restaurant that was a little bit more to our style, a little bit more of the food that we wanted to eat, the booze we wanted to drink, and the environment that we wanted to hang out with. This fine dining was a little stuffy, and it's no fun when none of your friends can afford to come down and eat at the restaurant you're working at. So we decided to open Northern Chicken and really make it like an employee and community engagement-based restaurant. I'm openly bisexual. I've been out to friends and family since I was 19, but really in 2017, we got involved very heavily with the Pride Festival in Edmonton. And after a year of sort of being somewhat closeted and just sort of being the restaurant that was there, but not really being openly like, hey, we're queer owned, decided that the year after that, we would really start, I would engage in the community that I was part of. And since then, it's sort of become one of our two main focuses is that. And then we also, Andrew and I both have some mental health issues, and we focus our main engagement between the mental health community and the LGBTQ2S community. Over 80% of our staff is queer in some form, because we really just want everybody to be comfortable with who they are in the restaurant and who they are as a person. And that's what we hire, and that's what we want, is just great people that can come to work and be themselves. So we worked very heavily with the Imperial Sovereign Court of the Wild Rose, which is part of the international court community. We were their silver sponsor this year, so donated very heavily to a lot of their silent auctions, really promoted their shows. We're very active with CHEW, which is an organization out of the University of Alberta that runs Camp Firefly, which is a sleepaway camp for queer identifying individuals. And something that we're also very, very passionate about is supporting youth in this, because they're definitely get the short end of the stick a lot. Really heavily with a group called Shades of Color this year, which is a BIPOC organization. And other things we did for the community, we fed healthcare workers. We partnered with ATB to feed 968 orders of healthcare workers, where we gave them 50% off for a whole weekend. We did that twice. And then we also delivered food to, I think we did 38 hospital deliveries right at the beginning of the pandemic. So one of my managers is a drag queen in Edmonton named Go Fetch, and he's been running a 3-year-long drag brunch at a local brewery called Yellowhead, and obviously with COVID, that had to stop. And he always did a really big brunch for HIV Edmonton. We provided the food for pickup or for delivery over Uber Eats, and then he streamed over Zoom. And all the proceeds went to HIV Edmonton. So I think we had 100 people attend online, and I think about 95 of them ate. We ran a special menu that he sort of designed that fit with his drag aesthetic, and the rest of the groups that were involved, and the rest of the queens and kings that performed. We use a Pride beer every June for Pride Month in Edmonton. And this year it was connected to the Imperial Sovereign Court of the Wild Rose, which, as I mentioned earlier, we're very connected with. So I jumped right on board and said that we'd be the official off-premise growler fill station and also the can provider. We got custom growlers made up so that everybody that ordered one got a really cool Imperial Sovereign Court Alley Cat Northern Chicken logo. There are queer-owned businesses and community-engaged businesses that did survive the pandemic, and to support them as much as they can.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt in Vancouver.
Time for us to take another little break.
Perfect timing. I have to go water my flowers.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
Yes.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
We're catching up with Sandra Skinner and her first art show.
She's turning her pain into art.
We're at Off the Rail Brewing in East Vancouver for an art exhibition called Turbulence by Sandra Skinner.
I just started painting this year, and I named it Turbulence because I lost my father this year and one of my best friends, Leanna Yap. So that's why I also named the art show Turbulence. When my dad passed away in April, then we're in the pandemic, I decided to make Christmas cards to send to my friends to put a smile on their face. And then all my friends started buying Christmas cards. I got really busy. So this is how it all began. I really enjoyed this. It was very healing for me, and I found lots of joy in it. I can see myself in a couple of months doing another art show, definitely.
We had an amazing opportunity tonight to see some fantastic artwork from Sandra Skinner. For Outlook TV, this is Patrick Massey in Vancouver.
So I used to play rugby, but I understand that Fancy got to play some rugby.
Oh yes, there was a lot of tackling, a lot of a lot of playing, practicing. That's what's going on.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
If you like to get sweaty and tackled, then gay rugby's for you. We're here with the Vancouver Rogues to find out how you can get tackled.
Father Abraham has 7 sons. Through COVID, everything was shut down, and so me and some friends were like, how great would it be to come out of COVID with a gay rugby team in Vancouver again? That would be so awesome. So yeah, a bunch of us got together, started planning some things, and I think this is our 7th practice now, and things are going really well.
We're a gay and inclusive team here in town. We're a space for somebody who maybe never felt comfortable playing on a traditionally heterosexual identifying team. A place for them to come and be themselves and have a great time with a bunch of great guys and really challenge themselves physically. It's also for people who maybe don't want to be involved with a club where they don't feel like they belong, or they feel like it's not a safe space for everybody.
I've always wanted to try rugby before, like even back in high school, because like my high school was like rugby high school, and it just as a gay person, like it's not, the locker room environment doesn't feel that safe. Vancouver Rogue provides an opportunity, like it's a very welcoming. I've never played rugby before. I've never had experience with rugby before, so like it's a very welcoming environment, and like it was a safe space. So I thought, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go try it out. I've had so much fun for every single week for the past 4 weeks, and it was very nice, especially coming out of the pandemic.
Yeah, so right now we're just doing touch practices till September, where we go do a warm-up, start with some drills. Like right now, the guys are doing handling and contact drills, and then probably for around an hour, we'll play a game of touch rugby. So we always say the third half is the best half. So you have 2 halves of rugby, and then you have the third half in the beer garden or the clubhouse or wherever we end up after, where we have highlight some new person that's come out being vulnerable with us, whether they've never played rugby before, never played team sport. We give them a little costume to wear for the day. Yeah, so the 2022 Bingham Cup is happening in Ottawa. We're hoping to send a team from here as the Vancouver Rogues to compete in that against up to 80 other gay inclusive rugby teams and over close to 2,000 other gay inclusive rugby players.
The nice thing about rugby is that every body type is represented. You get short guys, tall guys, wide guys, skinny guys. There's a role on the pitch for everybody. All you really need to be able to do is run and tackle eventually.
Try it out, because like there's a lot of guys here that have never played rugby before. Like they have no experience, they don't know what anything's about, they don't know how to pass, they don't know how to catch. And yeah, so you're going to be with a group of guys that have similar experience. And so don't be afraid, come on out. I didn't know anybody except for one guy, and now I got a bunch of friends.
From a very happy but still single Sister Fancy Pants for Outlook TV.
That's all the time we have for this episode of Outlook TV, but we'll be back before Fancy's flowers can fade.
And in the meantime, make sure you check us out on all our social medias and our website. And if you want to join us and water some flowers, feel free to do so.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Sister Fancy Pants.
Stay safe, Canada.